now.
I don't know if we have enough time to get into all that.
Right, because if we went through the resume, we might need a 3-hour show. We might just need some more time.
Oh, that's wonderful, baby. Y'all just make me feel so good.
We gotta give credit where credit is due.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You're on call.
Oh, why? Thank you. Okay.
Oh yeah, passing cards.
Bam,
Right.
bam,
Bam,
bam.
bam.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump right into it.
Yes, ma'am.
What inspired you to become an actress? Was this something that has always been in you, or was it something that came later?
It was something that came later. And I'm going to say later because I didn't start till I was 20.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, I only started because somebody asked me to be in their play.
Oh.
They were like, I wrote a play and I would love for you to be in it. And I was like, play? Like stage play? Now, granted, I'm a play connoisseur. So ever since I went to my first play, I was 4 years old. I couldn't, my mother had me up on a lap, trying to see. And so I went to plays that came to town, but to actually think that I could do it, I'm like, oh. So when they asked me, I said, okay, I'll try it. I was like, sounds nice, So he wrote the play, and then we did the play twice, 2 different times. And then I still didn't think too much about it. And then I started going, some years later, I started going to a church, and they had a drama ministry. And so I was in like a couple of their plays, and I still, I still wasn't feeling it because I grew up singing. So I was always on choirs and always singing and stuff like that. And so I was like, acting, do I really think I have what it takes to act, really? So I really didn't think I could do it.
Right.
I really didn't. So then, all of a sudden, I changed churches, and shout out to Perfecting Prayer and Praise Ministries.
Shouts out.
And so they had a drama ministry also. And it's like the bug just bit me, and I was like, I can do this. I can do this. And then I didn't think I would love it like I love it now. So
changed the world, didn't it?
yeah, because it's I've been acting 32 years now.
Nice. Okay. So what was like in the play? What was the who did you play?
In my very first play? Yeah. He had me playing where I had a sister who was like bougie, and I was like the country girl, going out picking the fruits and picking vegetables and stuff like that. And she was Miss City girl. And we kind of like grew up in the country. So me and her our heads butted like that all the time. And so it was a scene. I'm reading the script and I'm like, does it say I slap her? And then he's like, yeah. I was like, oh my God, my first play, I'm slapping people?
Right.
Oh, Jesus. So I just, like I said, I love acting now. Because I've had time to hone it and had time to prepare for it and study for it and, take workshops and classes. And now I just love it.
Love it, yeah.
Love it. So now I teach in something called the Actors Academy.
I see it.
Oh, you see it?
I'm
you see it?
One of these days.
Okay, please come to one.
Coming.
Please come to one. Our next one is supposed to be in March.
Okay,
so
I'll
please
be there.
come.
Where would I be at?
It's we have a studio. We're using a Silk White studio right now.
Okay.
And where he films his different movies and web series and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
So he's graciously allowed us to use the studio.
Nice.
So it's run by Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, he was here.
Was he here? Hey, awesome. I'm glad you was
Hey,
here.
awesome.
Awesome.
So he asked me to come on board and be the residential acting coach.
Nice.
Perfect.
And I was like,
That is a great
Me?
opportunity.
me?
Good.
So I just love it. I love helping people get that aha moment where they're like, oh, okay, that's how you do it. Oh,
That's
now
why
it's
she
easier.
did that.
Because you'll be surprised that many people, they'll play a part but they don't even understand the character.
That's very true.
That they're
Isn't that
playing.
terrible?
That is so true. You can always
serious.
tell.
That is
Isn't that terrible?
It's terrible.
It's so true, and you can tell.
Yep.
Because it's not. It doesn't.
It's not
feel
authentic. And it's
it
not
doesn't
authentic.
Feel
If
real.
Yes.
It's
Feels forced.
You don't want. That's the word. I was
Forced,
looking for.
yes.
You don't want to see nothing that's
Very
forced.
much forced.
And it's not comfortable for being the actor trying
No.
to do that either.
It's
so,
not.
No, and we can tell. Trust me. We can tell. Other fellow castmates can tell. Plus, the people watching the audience can tell if it's not genuine. If you're not the real character. Okay.
Exactly. So the Actors
Be the role.
Academy helps out people, because we
That's good.
offer different subjects.
That's good.
And wonderful, wonderful time.
Actors Academy.
So
Now,
you're
make
gonna
sure
have to
check it
come.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all gonna have
Justin
to
and I
come.
are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all heard that.
Okay, wait.
I'ma hold them to it.
Let me ask you a question now. Actors Academy. Okay, so with training or with workshops, do you teach on the different levels or genres of entertainment as far as acting? Like, do you teach drama, comedy?
Yes. It
A little
depends
bit of
on who we
everything.
have teaching the class.
Okay.
Because we have 4 classes, so it's a month long. And we
Okay.
usually have it on Sundays from 2 to 4. And we're already set up what the classes are so people can sign up for what they
Okay.
want to take.
Okay.
Like, we tried something new. The last one we had in November, we had an intimacy class.
Mm.
That's a big
And
one.
people were like, what? I ain't never heard of that. But you'd be surprised. You need intimacy
You need
coaches on set.
Yeah, you
If
do.
you have to
Yeah,
kiss
you do.
somebody, if
Some
you have to
people
touch
aren't comfortable
them.
with that.
Exactly. So we learned a lot in that class.
That's good.
So we may be bringing that back in
That would be
March
nice.
again.
That would be
That would be
nice.
nice.
That was
I'll be in
awesome.
that one.
Okay. Okay.
So we,
Jonee just
Shut
want
up.
to kiss on some people. Look, the lips are sacred.
I
It's a
don't.
sacred part of
you
your
just
body.
want to kiss on some people.
Uh-huh.
Is what he said.
See, yes, I love Miss Tammy. We are attacking on both ends.
I see it.
Keep lips to yourself. Okay.
I saw your little eyes light up when I said intimacy. I said,
The reason why my eyes lit up is because I'm gonna tell you a little story. So whereas you love the stage, I don't.
Oh.
I do not like doing theater. Like that is not,
Okay, so you rather do film.
I'd rather do film.
Okay, okay.
Film
I'm
is
saying,
my
I'm
love.
saying,
Okay.
I'm saying.
So I did this playwright, and
Is that the one I saw you in?
no.
Oh, okay.
Nope, not
You
that
sure?
one.
You sure?
I'm sure. This one was something that I did
Okay.
a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But I had to. There was an intimacy where I had to kiss this guy.
Uh-oh.
I think
Intimacy.
I remember this. I think you talked about it before.
Well, he was very nervous.
Okay.
Like real nervous.
Real nervous.
And so, we were supposed to go out on a date. Like
Okay.
a real date.
Right.
And
Like
build
offset.
it offset.
Okay.
Got you. Yeah, because
And
you
it
got to
was-
try to build the rapport.
Right, because
Okay.
him and I did not have any chemistry.
Oh
like
my
he
God.
was kind of. They forced him to do that. They forced him to do
That now that's the worst.
It was so bad, and so me, I've been acting for a while, and
Yeah.
him,
He was new.
So just being patient with him, but that intimacy part was so important because it had to come off as being authentic, and it had to come off as being real,
Exactly.
and it was.
Awkward kissing.
So, but not. Long story short, he wound up not even playing the part.
Oh.
He didn't. He dropped out
Oh, that
because
sucks.
it was
Got
too much
you.
for
It was
him.
too much.
But then, because we didn't have an understudy, and it was so close to show
Yeah,
date,
Showtime. Yeah.
One of the producers, I don't know what she was.
It was a girl, right?
It was a girl.
Uh-huh.
She had to play the part of a guy, and so I had to kiss her.
She had to kiss the
And
girl.
that was my first time ever kissing
Uh-huh.
a girl.
Okay.
All right,
That was
Miss Perry.
awkward.
I see you, Katie.
But I could,
Did you like it?
No, I didn't. It was awkward, but I mean,
Sure.
I had a job to do.
Yeah, because the show must go on.
The show must
show
go
must
on.
go
Show
on.
must go
But
on.
at that moment, not that moment, but the moment that I had to do that whole intimacy exercise, I realized just how important
Yes.
it is. So the fact that you guys have a whole section of
whole topic.
learning,
Whole
is
topic of
a
intimacy.
big thing.
You know who does good at intimacy scenes? Because we've seen it live theater before. Jared.
He does.
Jared's like, remember we saw Jared's play last
Jared.
year, and he had an intimacy scene, and I
thought
thought
he
they
had
were
a
about to have
crush
sex on
on
stage. No, I really thought they were about to
He
get it
did
on.
good.
It was
Well,
that
long
real.
as it was believable.
Yeah, that's
Well, I'll check my
That's
ticket
all
to make
that
sure I didn't
counts.
buy an X-rated movie because I thought it was about to go down, and I was a little nervous. I wasn't ready
He
for
said I
that.
was a little nervous.
I didn't wear no raincoat and no sheets. And
Oh,
nothing.
my
I was like,
goodness.
Anyways,
Like TMI.
so
right.
anyways, there's a lot of moments we gain from experience and exposure in acting and entertainment.
That's true.
And you just mentioned a bit ago, even looking at your resume, you have quite a lot you've done, which is amazing.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take a moment.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes.
Blessed.
That's a
Goals.
blessing.
Stay busy.
Yeah. Now, this
I mean, that's the goal, right?
This
Yeah.
Stay
is gonna
busy.
be a tricky one though for
Okay.
Tammy,
What
because
you
I
got?
want you to look down at all your productions that you've done.
Okay,
All
look.
of them. Don't leave none out. Okay? Yeah, look at the resume. Look at them all. Now tell me, what was your most memorable moment that you would be able to share? Or your most favorite moment that you've had out of all your productions? I know it's a
See,
hard
why are you
one.
gonna put me all in
That's a
a
hard one.
spot like that? You know, I have a certain set of directors that I consistently work
She loves
with.
everybody, by the way.
So now you trying to put me on the spot for me to just pick one.
Hard.
Oh,
Hard directors.
wow, Justin. Let me think. I'm looking at my resume. Let
Kay
me
Michelle
look.
once said something. She said, "Cause they think I love them, but I love them all."
I just love
I
that
love
song.
them
I love that
all.
song.
She loves you all.
I love
Oh my God, it's like so many. Don't make me choose,
It's
y'all.
hard.
Don't make me
Okay,
choose.
then how about this? Out of all the ones that you've done, because I don't want to say your most favorite, but which one stood out to you the most based on the type of production it was? Whether it was the most difficult or whether it was something that was unexpected,
Right, like the most challenging.
the most
one
challenging
that
one
pushed
for
you
you.
the most.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's a different question. So, let me see, which one would I say? You mean whether stage or film?
Either one.
Either
yeah.
one? Okay, let me
Theater
see.
or
Which
film.
one?
Yeah.
Kind of pushed.
And that's a hard one because a lot of times, like Tammy, you don't want to just put your finger on one, especially you
I
have the
know.
experience with all productions. They're all memorable. I mean, let's be real.
I've had productions
Well-
that were not a good
Yes, I have
Those
to.
were
I have
good
to.
Okay, well, I would have to say the one that pushed me the most was Residue Dangers of Entrapment, the one we did.
Oh, yes, yes.
And I'm going to tell you why I would say that. Shout out to Roosevelt Jackson.
Hey, Roosevelt.
That pushed me the most because I had to play two separate characters that looked completely different.
Really?
I had to play a grandma role, and grandma was something else. Y'all. She was drinking and smoking.
Oh, she was wild.
Yeah.
She's from Baltimore.
She was. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm just saying, DC
from
over
DC.
here.
What you trying to say? Anyway. So I had to play the mayor in that
Oh,
in that
wow.
I remember
in that movie, and then I had to switch up, and I had he brought in a makeup artist who completely changed my whole look, and I was dark skinned,
Oh, wow.
so that the contrast was totally like
It was
light.
different.
It was a light skinned mayor, and then it was a dark skinned grandma.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so I would say that was my biggest challenge. That one had the biggest challenge for me.
Nice. That,
But I loved it the whole time.
yeah, I was going to say, it sounds enjoyable. It'd be fun. It's fun.
I was a
Yes.
police officer in that film.
Yeah, that's what she was.
Did you arrest somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I arrested somebody.
She sure
A
did.
couple of times.
She-
Did you have the furry handcuffs? Or,
No.
oh.
No, not
I
that.
remember-
Because she wants to do,
up.
intense scenes over here. Intimacy.
You
I
a
remember
mess.
at the premiere. The premiere was it was so
It was good.
Yes.
Yes.
It was good.
It was so packed.
It was packed. I
Where
got
was
a
the
lot of
premiere?
whistles at
Yeah.
the end of the
Where
thing.
was
got
the premiere at?
whistles.
Where was the premiere at?
At Charles Theater.
Charles Theater. Downtown.
Okay.
Downtown. Yes.
Nice.
It was
Where were
packed.
you?
Yeah, where were you?
Well, I remember seeing you post about it. That's when when was that? What year was that?
Oh, it was a
Oh,
while.
Because that's when we first started, like, getting to know each other, I think. Because I seen you post about it, but
Yes.
I didn't know you know you
That was
like that.
2017.
Oh, yeah, see, I
So
didn't.
come on with it. So come on with it. No, come on with
Look
it.
at me.
Go in the recesses
She
of
was
your
on
mind.
both shoulders today.
Yeah.
She ain't
Yeah.
choosing no teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, no lie. No lie. But that's a good one, though.
Yeah. I can
Being able to switch up in character is hard
Yes.
sometimes, especially 2 roles in one movie.
Two different
Come on,
roles.
Tyler Perry.
Two different
That
people.
is difficult.
Yes.
That is difficult.
So I would have to say that was the most challenging.
That's good. It's
Next
good to be
question.
challenged.
No, next question.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this.
What?
You have a new sitcom,
Yes.
and it's called Ask Aunt Lolly.
Okay.
Ask Aunt Lolly.
Okay. What's this
Okay.
about?
Yes.
Walk us through a day in the life of Aunt Lolly.
Okay. Well, Aunt Lolly, she's like a down and out kind of person, and she's trying to get with she's trying to connect with some people to get this radio show going
Okay.
called Ask Aunt Lolly. And so she didn't pick the name. Her producer picked the name, so she was like, "What's this Ask Aunt Lolly stuff? Who's Aunt Lolly? Oh, that would be you." Me, it's like, okay, we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
So I have a producer who's married to this scoundrel
Ooh, that's a
That's
tough
a
word
tough
right there.
word.
Yeah.
who is in charge of the
Scoundrel.
show, and he's like a down and out drunk. Can't keep no money if his life depended on it. And so we're trying to get this show together, and he keeps spending the money. And so we don't get paid. And we're like, when are we going to get paid?
Right.
Why are we even doing this?
Right.
So it's like, I like it because it's like a nostalgia about it. It's like remember the Lucille Ball
Yes.
and
I
all
love
those kind of
Lucy.
all those kind of comedies. So
Lucy's
it's like
my
a
favorite.
comedy like back in the day comedy, and I think it'll be refreshing for people to see.
I think so.
I'm holding up a picture. Ask Aunt Lolly. Yeah,
Where my ass
brought
on
some
high?
pictures in, y'all,
Ask
from the
Aunt
segment from the
Lolly.
show. I've seen all these. I watched them all the other night. She gave me the exclusive preview.
Yes.
I done seen it.
I
Okay,
gave
well,
you exclusive proof it.
what inspired you and your team to create this series?
Well, my acting coach, who is Stephen Mitchell, and he's like an older Hollywood producer. So he grew up in Hollywood kind of thing. And he said, "I'm going to write something for you." He said, "Tell me if you like it or not." And I was like, okay. And so when he was putting together the script and we were going over it as we have our sessions, I was like, I'm like, this is different. I was like, I'll try it. I'm going to try it. I was like, because I like this. So the character is kind of based on a movie that I did for him called The Dearly Departed.
Okay.
And that movie is like one of them screwball comedies. Like, so I was like, okay, so if you're going to take the same character out of that movie and kind of give her own sitcom, who am I to say no?
Right.
Who am I?
Right.
He was like, how would you like your own show? Hey.
Right.
Okay. Very thoughtful.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So that's what got me interested in that.
Nice.
Isn't it a beautiful thing when you get a call to say, I wrote something for you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's
Yes.
so, that just makes,
that
that
makes
just,
you feel special.
it makes you
Ooh.
feel special, and it makes you feel
Yep.
like,
You-
wow,
you're
I
doing
really am
amazing.
talented.
Right. You're doing
Exactly.
amazing.
Somebody
job.
even think
Exactly.
to even,
Yes.
they thought about me and created something.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Kudos to you.
Thank you,
Rock.
Bob.
Yes.
Yeah.
So where can people watch?
Um,
Ask Aunt Lolly?
well, it hasn't gone to editing yet because we're still filming it.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna do 10 episodes.
Okay.
We just finished up rehearsing like the second episode, so we get ready to start the third.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys know.
Let
I'll
us
make
know.
sure I send it
The
to
viewers have
y'all,
to follow
so
you
y'all
on,
can
social
put
media.
it out there for
Yes.
me.
Yes. Because I'm telling you, I've seen a few clips so far, guys, and it's very entertaining. Actually, I love to put people on the spot. Tammy, you probably won't kill me.
Y'all probably will.
You don't have to say yes.
Uh-huh.
But you kind of do. It's like, I would love for you to. I want you to give us an Aunt Lolly moment. Just reach into Lolly's handbag, okay? Pull out the soul. Pull out her soul, and just give us some. Whether it's a line that you've done before, your favorite line so far, or you just want to do a moment right now. I want to see Aunt Lolly come to life.
Okay.
Lolly.
I don't have my braids, but you know, Aunt Lolly has a cornrows.
Oh yeah.
But it was a clip that I sent you that we filmed in DC. In DC.
Oh God, somebody put him out.
And they were like, just do something like, you know, what Aunt Lolly would say. So I said, you mean to tell me, because I don't have my braids and don't have my makeup on, you guys didn't recognize me as Aunt Lolly? Okay. And see, in the show, people call in and ask questions.
Okay.
So when she gives her off the wall answers, you know, that it makes sense to her.
Right.
But I don't know if we would give out advice like that. But, you know, so I go into a little spiel about, you mean to tell me my own crew don't even recognize me just because I don't have the cornrows? And how about this? So I'm supposed to answer the questions and ask them? But they was like, ask a question for Aunt Lolly. And I was like, I am Aunt Lolly. What are you talking about?
Right.
So I was like, you mean to tell me you don't recognize me? Okay, how about this? Aunt Lolly, if your crew didn't recognize you, would they have jobs in the morning?
Good question. Did y'all have jobs in the morning? Okay. You gotta return to work for that paycheck.
So that's an Aunt Lolly moment.
So she's full of fire. She's fierce. She has great attitude.
Yes.
Great personality. She's not scared of nothing.
No.
That's my type.
Not at all.
All right, let's talk technique.
All right, technique.
What is one technique that you've learned that you will never forget or like never depart from?
Okay, I'll tell you this. When I met Stephen Mitchell, who's my writer, producer, director, and my acting coach. I met him. I looked. You know how you look on and you see a webinar. I saw him on a webinar because I kept saying I need more than this acting 101 stuff. I'm past that. Give me something I can sink my teeth into. So I was looking at a webinar he had. And I was like, that's what I'm looking for. So that's how I ended up finding out about him. And he has a book called Action Reaction. And I got the book before I actually signed up to do any lessons with him. I was like, let me see what he all about, you know. I read that book. That thing totally changed my life because he lets you know that even in acting, people are talking, and even if the camera's not on you, you have to react.
Yeah.
Even if the camera's not showing you. So when I learned that, I was like, oh, wow, okay. So react even if the camera's not on me, because you'll be surprised, because he let me know that when they go and they look at the footage later, you'll be surprised how they will start cutting to you because of the certain reactions you showed to the person you were in the scene with. And I was like, ooh, I want some close-ups. Close-ups some money.
So the tip is never break out your character.
Exactly.
The whole time you want to say
exactly.
That's who you are.
When they say cut, even wait a few minutes after they say cut, and then come out of character.
Then come out of character.
That makes sense. I mean, because that's real life.
Yes.
When somebody's talking to you and they're saying something, you are always reacting to what they're saying. Nobody is just
because if me and you were just sitting there talking and the camera wasn't on us, I'd be like, really?
It's natural.
It's a natural thing. But you'll be surprised when people leave it out of their acting. They leave it completely out. And so it's like, okay, reshoot it again because so-and-so didn't react like they were supposed to.
Right.
Wow. It's like,
Or
really?
so focused on the next line.
That's it. And that's what they're doing.
You can tell in the face.
That's what they're doing.
Say everything.
That's what they're doing. But you got to understand, if you're in a conversation with somebody, make it natural. It's a natural conversation.
Right.
So even if you don't remember every little word,
Right.
know how the conversation goes.
Exactly.
So that even if you drop a line,
Right.
you still can stay in character because you are
Yeah.
the character.
Absolutely.
Just be the character.
Yeah.
Stop focusing everything around the line.
And that's the thing is a lot of people. Now there are producers and directors out there who want you to stick to the
Stick
Yes,
directly to
because
the
that's what they wrote. Yes.
But there is a lot, at least that I've worked
Yes.
with, and I know a lot that
Yeah,
will
exactly.
let you do
Yep.
improv if you're
Improv,
bringing that
yes.
much more value to the character.
Exactly.
So,
And if you're in a production and you have to know the words, learn the words.
Yes.
Because if you learn the words, then you're still in character, and it's a conversation going on, and not you sitting there waiting for them to stop because you want to say your line.
Right. And then you're not just saying your line. Like, I
Exactly.
thought we were going to the store yesterday.
Exactly. I'm sitting there waiting for. I can wait for her to stop so I can say, I thought
Right.
we were going to.
and shout out to Alan. Greenstein's watching. Miss
Hey,
Tammy.
Alan.
Tammy says, hey.
That's a good one.
That's a good one that
That
most
is
people don't
really-
think of.
They don't think about that.
I might have to. What's that book called?
It's called Action Reaction
Action
by Stephen Mitchell.
Stephen Mitchell. I'm gonna
Yes,
look that
it's
up.
on Amazon. It's like
Okay.
$14 or something like
I'm about to
that.
look that up. That's a
It
good one.
is
That's a good one.
excellent. That just changed my whole attitude toward acting.
Yeah.
Because before then I was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I gotta learn my lines. Okay, when she stopped, I gotta remember to say this line. And it's
Yeah.
like you're putting so much pressure
It's
on
so
that.
robotic.
Just be the character.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Then you will say what the character would say.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And as many times as you gonna film it, at least 30 times.
Exact. All different angles.
All different angles.
Yes.
Be yourself every single time. Don't worry.
Every
'Cause
time.
One time they gonna get you out of that 30 times.
Yes.
With the right line.
With the
So
right
you don't get it
line.
right every time.
Exactly.
Hey, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up. Okay, so as an actress, Tammy, we talked about genres of acting, right?
Yes.
What is your favorite one? Because it's different from watching
Yeah.
TV and film. What's your favorite and being in it is
That's
different.
true. That's true. Because you got people who are like they just have a knack for comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's him.
Ding,
Now,
ding, ding.
I've been told, great comedic timing, but I prefer drama.
Me too.
Okay. Okay.
I'm drama all
Yes.
the way.
But
Hey,
I'm
some
just,
drama.
I'm naturally funny, so people
Yeah.
just like, girl, you ought to be a stand-up comedian. Mm-mm.
That's the thing about me. I'm like, well,
My comedic timing
Don't-
is non-existent. child. I am a drama
I
queen.
love comedy.
Yeah, I love drama.
I love comedy. See, my two favorite would definitely be comedy because it's just too damn easy. But and I want something more challenging. To be honest with you. But
See, you think it's easy because you have a knack for it.
because of the personality.
Yeah, you have a
But
knack
it's
for
only
it.
it's not easy when they switch it up.
Exactly.
There's an upcoming production where I'm playing a almost like a character that's like a wannabe thug. Like I'm a white boy trying to be black. And I'm into rap. I'm in high school. I'm into rapping. I'm into going a little crazy.
Y'all hear that?
And it's real. It's very comedy based.
Okay.
But then it switches 'cause it's a horror movie.
Oh.
So it gets
Gotcha.
so you won't know it at first it's a horror movie.
Gotcha.
It doesn't seem like it is. It's a very good story.
All right.
And if Yasmin is watching, Yasmin is the writer of the script.
Oh, wow.
She was in a film with me coming out. It's called Shriek Show.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't wait to see
But that's good. I was in a
Yes.
banana outfit.
Oh my goodness, we
The
gotta see that
whole
one.
time.
Oh, we gotta see that.
That's a comedy too in a horror movie. But that gets tricky, and I want to be challenged. Don't give me something that's easy. Give me
Exactly.
something that's hard.
Exactly, because then you got growth.
Yeah.
You got a
Now,
area to grow.
Drama and horror and comedy, I got that down. Drama is what I want more of.
Yeah.
Now, I have learned, I'll probably say this and I probably couldn't do it right now. I did learn in my first couple years of acting to cry on cue.
Good.
And I was able to do it. It's
Not
like-
everybody can do
But
it.
it's I feel like I'm losing it, which is
Well, you
difficult
gotta
for
practice
me.
it.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
do.
practice it.
But I was able to do it. You just keep that one thought in your mind that makes you get to that
Okay,
point.
but you
And
gotta practice it.
I don't want to lose it.
I mean, even
I
when you're
don't.
not in stuff, you
Yeah.
gotta practice
Yeah.
that. Okay?
Yeah.
Promise me you won't practice
I
it.
will practice it.
And,
Okay, because
I
that's
will
how you
practice
don't
it.
lose it.
And your husband leaves his shoes on the floor, start crying.
So-
Why would you leave his shoes on the floor?
But see,
fallen.
it's also to
Oh my
me
God.
it's more difficult when I see male actors, at least for me, because obviously most gigs I'm not going to be playing myself. I'm going to be playing a straight male, and it's more difficult for me to envision a straight male going into tears unless something really drastic happens.
Yeah.
For
Traumatic.
me, I'm over dramatic as it is. So if I cry, I'm gonna boo hoo, and then I look a little crazy.
Okay,
you know, like a little extra.
Okay.
Is he really? Yes, I am. But and that, you know what I mean? Like it's hard because I envision males only crying for like someone like died or someone got into a certain situation like an emergency, something happened with their child, something more serious to where it's pressuring where you're gonna have to cry naturally, but you're not boo-hooing. You just got some tears rolling down your cheek and it's like, oh damn man, or something crazy like that. That is where it's difficult.
Well, this is what I want you to do. This is your homework.
Homework.
I want you to find some monologues that are dramatic.
You know, I never
where
do monologues.
you have to cry.
I hate monologues. But I'm not saying that it's bad.
I know. I just need you to practice.
I
just need you to practice.
That's gonna help me out.
I want you to find the dramatic ones where it's emotional, where you got to do some crying or look like you about to cry.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's
for
a good
me.
one.
All right. That's what.
But I'm gonna be honest with you for a second about monologues.
What?
Maybe I shouldn't say it on air. I personally don't. I get why they have them. I get it.
I got you.
But I don't think that it's always necessary or should be a requirement when you're doing auditions.
An audition. I agree
you
with you.
shouldn't have to. If you can send in a self-tape video or do it in person in front of them,
I agree.
that should be good enough. To be honest with you, I don't even, this is just me, I no longer apply for castings that require monologues. I don't.
I got
That's
you.
just my choice.
But
I also have never done one. So my thing is, I'm like,
what you scared of?
I'm not scared. But at this point, I'm like, well, I need to know what is the benefit of doing this because everyone knows I work a full-time job.
Okay.
Very nice job where I would never be able to leave it for full-time acting even though I'd love to.
Okay.
So because of that, is the opportunity worth it? Is the pay worth it? Is the opportunity and experience worth it? Is the exposure worth it? For me to start something fresh I've never done and make mistakes, of course, but do I want to make mistakes now or do what I know how to do comfortably and do a great job at it? I can do a good ass cell phone video recording, audition tape, and I can definitely do good in person.
And why can't it be of a monologue?
I don't know. Maybe I just don't know. I don't want to do a bad one. That's my fear.
Gotcha.
I want to know a good one to do.
Right, and you never really know because to me, I mean, I've done several monologues, and I mean, that's just when I was coming up in the acting.
Yeah, that's just what you did.
That's just what
that's
you
what
had
they taught
to do.
you.
And then it started to become like recently where they would send you sides. And you
I like that.
And then you could
I
actually
like
act
that.
it out from the script.
I love that.
To me, it makes more sense to send the sides.
I agree.
Doesn't
because
I agree.
You get to see how this person delivers the lines.
Yes.
And you can see it's different when it's a monologue because those aren't those aren't the words that they'll be saying in your production. And it's not the same feeling and it's not the same reactions.
Yes.
If you send the side to your production, you can see
how they're going to handle it, how they interpret the words. I got you.
It just makes more sense.
And I agree 100% with y'all because I have seen, by me being a casting director and an acting coach, I have seen people kill, and I mean kill a monologue. And when I handed them the script,
cricket. Hey, where's the cricket?
Where's the cricket at? That's true.
Yeah, because they didn't know how to interpret the words in the script, but they had practiced that monologue so well, so they had it where they was killing.
Right.
But then when you transition over to something else, like you were saying, from comedy now to drama, now you lost.
Ready for that? Yeah.
Now you lost, and it's like.
Yeah.
So I understand what y'all saying about for auditions and monologues. I got you.
I mean, if I went to an in-person audition and they told me on the spot to do something improv, easy, I'll do it. Maybe it's not a monologue, but to me, it's the same thing. Improv, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever they ask me to do.
Okay.
Give me one little scene and I'm knocking out the damn part.
That's right.
But
great.
You know, but you're right about that. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
They might study the
I've seen people do it. I've seen it. And then when it's time to you on set and it's like, what?
That's a very good point.
But they killed their audition though.
Yep.
Back in the day, I had a couple of monologues I had memorized, and whenever there was a submission to do a monologue, that was my go-to.
That was what you go to.
I knew them. I mean, I knew them.
See?
Not only could I act them, I knew, whatever.
She brought it to life.
And then, but
all types, like all levels, like the comedy, drama.
No comedy.
No comedy.
Remember, she ain't comedy.
Not comedic comedy.
Jonee could do comedy.
I'm gonna need her to work on comedy, and I'm gonna need you to work on drama.
I'm gonna show you because I take my acting classes. I haven't been this year. I'm coming back.
Okay.
Shoot.
She coming back in March, y'all, to the Actors Academy. Is where she's coming.
We should go together.
Mark McKinnon.
Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah, I know.
That's what I take my classes, and so he did make me do a comedy one time, and I have the tape. I'm gonna show you. I thought I did horrible.
Oh my goodness.
It was good.
But you're always your own worst critic.
Exactly.
Not you. Everybody is.
Everybody is.
So you probably did a great job.
Probably. We shall be the judge of that.
I'll sign up. When
we
y'all
see
having
it.
the next comedy, I'll come to that and y'all can help me out.
No problem.
Struggling with
We're gonna have a little after box session with Jared. Jonee and I come to the Actors.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because we did our last class in November was comedic improv.
Maybe we could do. I'm gonna talk to you.
Okay.
I would love to do an after box
Come
special
on,
where
talk
we
to
do
me.
some. If the people are comfortable and are willing to do some camera time, we could do.
Oh yeah, we gotta do is run that
We could
past.
film some moments there, some footage for the
That
show,
would be
a live session. Yeah, out the box.
Look, we got real actors, okay?
Hello.
They not afraid of no little camera. Please.
Sign your little waivers.
Right, you know,
that
what
you
you're
do.
like, I don't
Look,
want my show getting
right,
paid.
right.
You know how some people
Okay, we got real actors here in Baltimore, okay?
Feelings looking like.
They ain't scared of no cameras.
Not
Matter of fact, they
today.
trying to be on camera.
Right. The more exposure, the better.
Exactly.
So talking about being on set, what is your favorite part about being on set? Overall.
Now, we talking from the aspect of me being in the scene on set or me being an acting coach on set? Which one we talking about?
Because it could go different ways. I think, let's do both, but I first want to hear as an actress what your favorite part is first.
Okay, as an actress on set, what I love is whoever I'm in the scene with. You know how you kind of go over it and kind of run it a couple of times so you can get the feeling and all that kind of stuff. That's the part I like because that's when that gel comes up. And that's then you see right then and there whether you can gel with the person or not.
Yep.
Like you was talking about, you had chemistry or not. That's when it's gonna show.
Yeah.
So
That is the truth.
That's my favorite part is when that scene and then my best part of the scene is when you're pushing your character and it makes them push theirs. Because I've seen people just be relaxed because the other person was relaxed.
Yeah.
But then when they amped it up, then the other person stepped it up. And I was like, keep each other. You got to keep each other on your toes.
Yep.
You can't get lax. You got to, like you said, bring that energy.
Yeah.
Bring that energy.
Good points. Okay, well, as an acting coach then, what is your favorite part?
My favorite part as an acting coach, like I said a little bit earlier, is that aha moment for a person who is like completely confused about what they're supposed to do or what did he mean by I gotta do this or the character's supposed to do that, and then we go over it and we break it down and it's like, now I got what you're talking about. That's my favorite part. Because then I know they can go in there and kill it and feel comfortable killing it.
Right. And it also has to feel really good that as an acting coach, you're seeing, it's kind of what you just said, but you're seeing everything come to life. And you just see that growth. Especially if you see them come into auditions where they're a little bit more nervous, hesitant. But you give them the opportunity because you see something in them. And then you see how much that grows from day one of auditioning to day, who knows, 90, whatever, of the production. And you see how they got from A to Z.
Yes.
And just took their step, every step of the way.
And it's so funny, because going back to that intimacy class we had, when they first started it, they said, how many, we're on a scale of 1 to 10 where you think you are as far as your knowledge of how to be intimate on set. So, some people was 1, some people was 2, some people was 10s, some people was 7s. And so once they took us through everything, shout out to Miss Rosalind Gaines and Monique Banks. Yeah. They taught that class. Okay. And so at the end, it was like, okay, now where do you see yourself? It's like everybody saw themselves as 10 by the time we got to the end of that class. Okay. So it was like you could tell that they then embraced the comfort of, because like you said, a lot of people are so scared, so nervous. Oh my God, I gotta kiss him, I gotta touch her, is it okay if I touch you here? I don't want no lawsuit. It's like, so that's why you need, intimacy coaches on set to be able to take you through that. And it's stuff that people never thought about.
That's very true. That's very true. Okay. I do want to switch gears really quickly. I want to talk about something that you're doing right now.
Oh, what?
Yes.
What are we going to talk about? Hercules.
A series you're filming called Black Oaks.
Ooh!
So just tell us a little bit about the series and about your character.
Okay. Black Oaks is written by Rosalind Gaines. And she wrote this, I'm telling you, she wrote this like 10, 12 years ago, before anybody knew anything about web series and what's Tyler Perry's have and have nots and all that, before anybody knew anything about that. And BET was looking at her and was interested in the series, and but some things, the funding fell through and all that kind of stuff, so she kind of put it on the back burner. And so by us teaching the Actors Academy together, she just happened to mention it in the meeting we had. I was like, oh yeah, you need to pull that out, because we need to do that. We need to film that. So she pulled it out and said, okay. I said, so what is the story about? Black Oaks is about 3 wealthy, rich families in Maryland.
Oh, wow.
And 2 of the families have old money, which is, generational money. And then 1 family has new money. They won the lottery.
Old money, new
Lucked up, right? So, of course, the new money wants to fit in and hang out with the old money. And the old money is not having that.
Wow. Sounds like some tension moments.
So, there are 3 heads of households.
Wow.
Like I said, 2 are old money, 1 is new money. So this series is going to show how rich people act when they clash. And I don't want to say too much about it, but it's going to be something else.
Well,
y'all going to see this thing going to burst on the scene. Yes. And y'all going to be like, what? Where did I hear Black Oaks? Yeah.
So do you know where, when the series is going to premiere?
She wants to premiere it, I believe, this fall.
This fall.
Okay.
So we're filming it now. She's got 10 episodes, and we're filming on the weekends. And I'm telling y'all ain't never seen stuff like this. I mean, this
when money gets
is off the chain.
Trust me,
so my character, the heads of households that have the money, is 2 men and 1 woman. And the woman is my daughter. It's played by, my daughter. And she's kind of in grieving right now because her husband was killed along with my husband. They was, on a train in a train crash. And so she's been, like, the last 5 years kind of out of it. Where I'm like, I'm going to need you to get yourself together, because we got money to make.
Right.
And I can't have nobody moving in on you, because you weak right now.
Right.
So y'all can kind of tell the kind of character I play, right? So mama don't take no mess.
No mess.
And she ain't having nothing come past her unless she see it all.
Oh.
So I sent you a post of some scenes that we shot, because we were shooting. We were in a limo, and we went down to the airport because my daughter was flying in from the airport. Me and my daughter. So I was like, everybody was like, "Oh, I love that gray wig you're wearing," because I do play an older woman, and which is a feat all in itself. So I'm playing somebody like 25 years older than I really am, you know. But her name is Denotha, and Denotha don't take no mess.
That's definitely an old name.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Denotha.
Yes, Denotha don't play.
She don't play.
So you're not going to come at her and try to take her money and think you going to live.
Uh-oh.
So y'all get ready for Black Oaks.
Definitely make sure we tune in to that. Black Oaks sounds crazy and intense. Tammy, we actually are out of time, so we're about to head out. Make sure you give out your social media to everybody and stay tuned.
Alrighty, on Facebook, I'm Tammy, Tammi, Rogers, Rogers. On IG, Instagram, I am actor Tammy Rogers. And then I have my own, on Facebook, I have my own Tammy Rogers actor page.
Yep.
So hit me up, y'all.
Make sure you guys check her out. She got a lot of upcoming stuff, so make
yes. Oh, one more thing. One more thing I just finished shooting is a movie called Life Goes On, and it's by Edwin Maker Jr. And the cinematographer is Jeremy C.Y. Butler, also known as Jay Sykes. That's going to be awesome. That's a movie called Life Goes On, and I ain't gonna tell you what happened in the movie. I want y'all to see it. I want y'all to see it. But that's coming up this summer. Also, Roosevelt has a movie premiere that's coming next month, and it is at Hoyt's West Nursery Road on February 15th at 12 noon. It's a matinee show of a movie called No More Bully Zone.
No More Bully Zone.
And then we're gonna start filming part 2 of this movie.
Oh, perfect.
In the next couple of months. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tammy, for coming
Thank
by.
you all for it.
We really appreciate it.
I
Great
love
job
it.
on all the hard work.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing more.
I love it.
Yes.
I love this entertainment field. I love it.
Absolutely. It's a whole different world. And thank you all for tuning in to Out the Box Radio Show each and every Thursday. We really appreciate it. We will see you next week.
Smooches.
Bye. Hi, Jared. Bye, Jared. We forgot to even say this.
Oh my goodness, you got to say hi to Jared.
I don't know. We had forgot.
We talked about him though.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.